Alright, welcome back. We are on the second to the last episode here, where Sindri and Brock reconciled, and they built us a key to get into this hidden area of Tyr's vault. I think it was Tyr's vault? I'm pretty sure it was.
This is it.
Built us the Tyr rune. Since we're trying to figure out a way to get back into Jotunheim.
We're inside. But what is this place?
Your guess is as good as mine, little brother.
The tree! We're underneath the realm travel room. But why is the floor on the ceiling?
Those realm doors seem to mirror the ones above.
There's something up there.
Up there. Tyr used the same magic to protect the Black Rune. The clue we seek may be inside.
Huh. Right next to the Jotunheim door.
Interesting. But can we reach it?
Not from here.
Oh, what's behind there?
Well, one inner sanctum within another.
Those tapestries. Looks like more giant art. Whatever Tyr did for them must have been big. Whoa, who are they?
Boy, this is the rune for Jotunheim.
That's right. And look, we're on the other side of the door.
The upside-down door.
What are you thinking?
Stand back.
Okay. It's moving!
What's moving?
Everything!
Extraordinary. The whole room is built on some kind of axle.
There's chains on both sides. Without those...
We can flip the temple.
All
Do
right!
what now?
Uh-oh. Things are happening. Okay. I don't think they're attacking. Want me to read this one?
Go on. Read.
Before the first, after the last. Nothing between, no shadow cast.
Ominous.
Boy, on the statues.
I see them. It says void.
Ah, I was going to say void.
Now right.
Arthur.
Are you quite sure flipping the temple is the only way to reach the whatever it is?
You said there would be a path. The temple can be flipped.
Therefore, we flip the temple. The logic is unassailable. Not sure what happens when we recklessly upend a room that's rooted to 8 other realms. I'm curious, of course, but it's a leap to imagine it gets us to Jotunheim.
I don't mind a leap.
Well, who knows? Perhaps you and Tyr are the same kind of mad.
So now we get to pick whatever room left or right first. It doesn't matter which one. At least I don't think it does.
Again with the death.
And you know, gotta get past the death traps again. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think there's like a chest like this on each side. I'm pretty sure of it. More death traps. So it's gonna be the same as it is like the vault. So this side's gonna have like...
Why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this. No.
You're enjoying
Yeah, this side will have the... obviously the... spashy thingies. Now I don't know if there's another way to do this, but the way I'm doing it is like pretty butt clenching, I guess.
Time to do what you do, brother.
But it worked. It's worked every time that I've done it, so I don't think there is another way. Just need to time it and then just book it.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher. We should look for more like this.
And then we'll break the first chain. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but the music is in this episode. So, yeah. Thankfully it was only for the one episode. Still a bummer though, I didn't notice that before. I didn't know that it did that, because normally it records audio regardless, so... Again, I'm sorry. Now we'll cut ahead, since we fought these dudes before.
I felt that one, brother.
I'm mostly, see now at this point in the game, I was more of like, I'm just done fighting. Because this is actually around the same... This is actually around the same spot where I was. I'm pretty sure I was, yeah, I'm pretty sure I came down here. Like this was like the area that I was in when I was doing the Give Me God of War difficulty, and then that's when I restarted, was when I was here.
Come.
Cause it was that room with those two dudes. It was just, whoo, it was hard. Cause I just had to like, I had to be so...
Variety is so important.
I had to be like so perfect. I couldn't make any mistakes, or I had to start that whole fight over again. And I did not want to put on... Oh, and that was even with my best gear on, because I hadn't leveled up anything. You know, I hadn't leveled up any of my gear during the playthrough because I didn't do any like side quests or anything like that. And I could have probably gone back and bought some gear. Oh no, actually I couldn't. I think once I was in this spot, I was kind of stuck in here until I got it finished. So I could not leave. At least I didn't try, but
Truly do hate this part.
I know.
even then it felt kind of... It felt like it would have been a chore for me to do that. I don't know. So I just like... So I said, nah, this difficulty isn't that fun. I'm not having that much fun. Even though I've beaten the game on this difficulty like twice. I just, yeah, I like I said earlier, I realized that this difficulty isn't as great unless you actually play the, like, you know, everything. If you're exploring, if you're doing all that, then yeah, sure, it's fine. The content's challenging and everything, but beyond that, if you're just wanting to play like a story run, you know, you don't want to worry about all that because you've gotten everything that you've wanted. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to play on that difficulty because you'd just be like, you'd just be under leveled. I mean, unless you played New Game Plus and then you leveled up your gear in that playthrough and then doing it again, then I suppose you probably wouldn't have to. I'm assuming. Because I haven't done New Game Plus Plus. But I'm just assuming that, yeah, you could probably level up your gear and you'd be fine on any playthrough afterwards. And then you could do story playthroughs after that, but... Plus, I also wanted to use, like, I wanted to wear Kratos' like starting gear. Call me weird, but it's what I wanted to do. I know I was over there trying to do these two on the side, and then realized, no, wait, I have to get the one in the middle out. And then I'm like, oh, back up! I'm gonna get chopped into mincemeat. I still got hit there.
I can't believe
Bummer.
we're so close.
I, for one, never doubted.
Right.
Yeah, there's two of these kinds of chests.
Another
And
piece of
unfortunately,
the
I didn't find a whole lot of gear. I didn't find a whole lot of gear in like the chests that I did end up opening. You know. I think the better stuff came in like side quests. I could have done them and just not recorded it, I suppose, and then kept the Give Me God of War difficulty. I suppose I could have done that, but it would have prolonged everything, I think. And I've already done all that. I've already done all like the side stuff. I've platinumed the game, so I didn't feel like I really needed to do it. It's okay. I think I made my point. I just bullied this dude over here. I did another one of those cuts through the fights. Oh, you stupid fire. I was just trying to run quickly. I'm like, get me out of here. I'm knocked down both chains. I'm like, I'm ready to leave. Yeah, I'm not quite out of combat yet, so it won't let me activate the elevator. I just ran over to the other door.
But in case this doesn't work, just remember, Tyr had good cause to create these obstacles. He's kept Jotunheim out of Odin's reach, but the world is hardly at peace.
No, but it's got hope. We're all working together now. We have unity. That's what the rune on the door to this place was telling us. We're on Tyr's path.
Alright, now that we've knocked out both of the chains, now we can go do this. I did a little edit there because I was like standing there for a good couple minutes.
Thanks, brother.
He knows.
Just trying to be helpful. On the day that brute force is the answer, I'll be quite happy to be on your side, brother. And we're not dead. That's a plus.
There, on the left. I think we can climb back up to the realm travel room from there.
Whoops, made a mistake. Went down the elevator. Didn't mean to do that. I just edited that out. It's supposed to go to the left. And then it
See that
immediately
Mimir?
puts us in the travel room.
Nobody can do all this alone. All these obstacles. They're just chances to prove we're the ones who can beat them. We may argue. Me and Father, you and Freya, Brock and Sindri. But when we all work together, we do make a good team. And that's Tyr's test. That's why we're gonna make it to Jotunheim.
Do you hear that, brother? Lars found his equilibrium.
What's that mean?
It means you speak wisely, Atreus. And that is good to hear.
Now I just need to open this up. Hey, did I not notice to hit circle? Oh, delayed on that.
Roy, your knife.
Well, what have we got?
Some sort of travel stone.
Let me see. Great Outdumblers. That's the Unity Stone.
You know it.
I wasn't sure it existed. If Tyr possessed this, that explains how he could visit all the realms and other lands to boot.
He held this in the panel in Odin's library.
Yes. Yes, that's it. I understand now. It shows Tyr walking the realm between realms. You know how you must never stray from the path? Well, Tyr always followed his own path, if you catch my meaning.
The realm between realms.
So you're saying Tyr's shrine showed him stepping off the branch of the World Tree. And you're thinking, to reach the secret path to Jotunheim, that's what we need to do?
I am.
Oh dear. That is what you're thinking, isn't it?
Yep, now we got the Unity Stone. Now we're about to do something really crazy. If you don't remember them mentioning this earlier in the game, where it was like, don't jump off the path.
Something I'm stewing up for you. If you're smart, you'll
Yeah,
find
don't
it.
jump off the path in the Yggdrasil area or whatever. You'll basically just fall infinitely or something like that, and you'll just die. The realm between realms.
If you're thinking about hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite sure.
Wasn't it your idea? Find our own path, right?
Bollocks.
This is where Tyr stepped beyond, and the Unity Stone protected him. Ready?
Ready.
Well, if this is it, lads, it's been an honor.
Our faith head.
This is incredible!
Oh, how can I be so nauseous without a stomach?
Come on, that was great.
Look.
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing! How do you hide something that exists in all realms? Cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.
Is Jotunheim on the other side?
Can't be that. It's not like you go through Vanaheim to reach the Midgard Peak.
But how do we use it?
I'd suggest we look inside, but stay alert. Tyr's little challenges are never as simple as they appear.
I have noticed.
Yep. Totally. Oh, I did get past Tyr's vault. No, this is the area where...
Pedestal.
Yeah, this is the area that I ended up changing. And it was literally right almost at the end of the game. You just needed to get through this, and then you did the final boss fight. Well, you did something else, but we'll see that when we get to it. But yeah, it was this room,
I took the stone.
this area.
Tower. It's absorbing the stone's energy.
Something's happening. Is it moving? It's moving.
It knows what to do. The stone served its purpose. We're fulfilling Tyr's spell.
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it.
Yeah, this area where, this room where I was just like, yep, I'm done. I'm done with this difficulty. And it wasn't this room, it's the one next to this one. And I think there's like 4 of them. So I was just like, oof. Yeah, so I'll skip ahead on this. These guys got some skulls on them, but they're not too hard to defeat.
Oh, glad that's over.
But yeah, it was like, and I couldn't leave this area because I was basically stuck here. So I could not leave to upgrade my armor if I really wanted to.
Looks like
So I was pretty much stuck here. And then I had to play flawlessly. It was this room, fighting these stupid little, fighting the fucking dark elves. And you would think, you're like, okay, this dude's not exactly that challenging though. But like, I don't know, it was like 2 of them, and the other one who came out, I don't know, it was just a pain in the ass.
That was tough.
But yeah, I cut ahead, and then
I do not know.
it did. Room did take me a couple tries. I did put on my best gear in this room because I was dying to these guys again. I was like, fucking hell, man. I gotta play 2 flawlessly because the second guy who comes out, he was just like one-shotting me and stuff. So I just put on my best stuff. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Fuck this room. Because this is obviously supposed to be the last room. So I had to keep that in there. Where... Yeah. I might as well just say that, like, yeah, I put on my best gear in this room because even with my level 1 stuff, that 1 second room was giving me too much trouble. Yeah, these last 2 weren't too hard, weren't too difficult. I know now I'm leveled up, everything's all green. I wonder how much damage that guy would have done if I was still wearing my older. I didn't change it, so that was my mistake. I only meant to use this gear for that second room because for some reason those dark elves were just giving me so much trouble. I hated those enemies. I hated those enemies, for real. But I didn't change it, so I just kept it on, and I'm taking like no damage. It's just like a cakewalk. But yeah, I ended up switching my gear like halfway through the fight. So I'm back to my level 1 stuff. Then I was forgetting, like, oh yeah, let me punch this dude in the head, because I was wondering why it wasn't like insta-killing him, because normally I would have done that, he would have tried to do this, you know. But he wasn't, so I was like, oh, I gotta punch him a couple times, I guess. Lower his HP. And I would say, I guess that's the hardest encounter of the game.
Aye.
Is this one?
But where are we?
Yeah, and give me God of War. These guys are beefy. These are some strong enemies. They want your gear to be, you know. And I know Mimir tells you too. He's like, you want to make sure that your gear is absolutely ready. He like lets you know. Yeah, see, now you can see we're back at the bridge.
We're back in Midgard. There's the
Back
bridge.
in Midgard, and now
We did it. The tower's back where it belongs.
this area is opened up. We can travel to Jotunheim now.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giants secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were. Tyr's braziers, a symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
Why would he use those strange runes, though?
Now you mention it, he wouldn't. Hmm.
Sorry, I was kind of talking over that one. I was talking over the first bit of that talking scene. So now we're gonna head back into the travel room and head to Jotunheim. Surprised I didn't skip this. That's alright. Keep it in there. The video isn't that long, it's only like 35 minutes.
You fellas sure love to make a racket, don't you?
Yeah, we do love making a racket. We're gonna talk to them.
Do for you?
Nah, just glad you guys worked it out.
Ah. Well, I could say the same to you.
Ha!
I guess I was getting a bit full of myself.
Told him what he needed to hear, how's it sounds to me.
Just the same. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you, Sindri. You forgive me?
Already have. Like you said, it all worked out. Now, let us get back to work before I get sentimental.
I don't know what we'll find when we get to Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower's restoration, and we mustn't let our efforts be to his benefit.
Very well.
This is it. Here we go.
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work.
What?
There's no travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe.
We've got eyes like him, Mimir.
I've got an eye. One! Odin plucked out my other eye precisely to keep me from traveling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did Odin do with your other eye?
He'd have kept it. In any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot, but for years I've seen Sindri, sometimes Brock, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Brock and Sindri.
It's never easy, right? There's always something else. They couldn't just let us go to Jotunheim, right?
Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh. That's... I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... declined. Sorry, will you excuse me? Oh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pock-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know he got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside? Oh no!
We'd better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well, lads, I don't know what lies ahead, but now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for once more to the horn.
Yeah. Never that easy. Now we gotta go talk to Jormungand. Back to the horn.
Ready.
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you row into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
You heard that right. You gotta go inside the world serpent. That's like, it's almost like they just had to throw that in there, you know. Let's go inside a giant snake.
You sure this
Because
is
they've
a
been
good
doing
idea?
these giant set pieces with the God of War games since like the first one, you know. They only just got
Well,
bigger and
brothers, I've
bigger,
been to
you know,
many
as it
strange
went.
places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah. I've never been in a giant's belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Here we go. Funny. I used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing
I'm
to...
not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child. Let's find that statue.
Ah, smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
You're so weird. The water kind of burns in here. That is water, isn't it?
Aye, most of it.
We could beach the boat here.
There, the hammer.
Yep, and there's the hammer. That's where we needed to go, because that statue that Yorman got and said, "Fuck you two" at the beginning of the game, clearly had what we needed the entire time in order to get into Jotunheim. I think I had like a brain fart here, trying to figure out how to get up there. For a second. Like, we need that, but we gotta get up there. And it's like, gee, I wonder how we do that. Am I putting it together? I'm kind of putting it together. I was like, wait. I'm like, wait a minute. Figured it out. Like, dun dun dun.
Mimir, any idea where Odin hid your eye?
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
It's like not even a combat section at all. It's just one big, it's just like one big set piece, I think. It's really what it is. And here we go. The eye.
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's
And then with
gone.
that, we're gonna end the video off here, and then we will pick it up in the finale. So I will see you guys in the next part. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.